Hello, my name is Brandon Hahn, and I'm with McLean Black Lake Fire Department. Today I'm going to talk about the operations of the BW Quattro gas monitor. Some of the things we're going to talk about is how to turn on and off the unit, auto zeroing, calibration when it's due, recharging the battery, replacing battery pack with AA batteries, and checking the peak alarms. So to turn on the gas monitor, there is a single button located on the right. You're going to hold that and the screen will boot up. The same way, after it's all been checked, you can go ahead and hold the button to turn it off, and at the very end I'll show you that. So right now it's running through its checks. The display is showing, let me get a little closer, it's auto zeroing. See, it's auto zeroed all those, and this one's next calibration is due in 46 days. I showed it on there. It runs through more of its checks. See, at the bottom is a battery. It indicates right now that it's 3/4. As the light went off, it still displays, but if I click it once, it will have a drawback. It says everything's been calibrated within standard. Right now I'm reading at 20.9 oxygen, LEL is 0. My CO at 0 and H2S at 0. Also, I have at top has a little green light that blinks on that indicates that all my checks are okay. From there, if I double click the button rather than a single time, double click it, it'll run through its checks to see it says 46 days till it needs to be calibrated again, and all my sensors are good. It runs through a variety of displays tell me, but there's one coming up here. These are my time-weighted averages. It says my 0 at that time. Here's my peaks. This is an important screen. So if you end up using this gas monitor and you hook it to a lanyard and you drop it down, say a sewer, and the alarm goes off, when you bring it up, it will come back to 0 atmosphere, and you won't be able to know which sensor went off unless you actually double-click, go through, and then get to your peaks, and it'll display what you had as the highest. It says also from here you could hold the button to reset that, or another way of doing that is just turning off the unit again and then rebooting it, and it will clear that. So from our sensors, it will have a vibration as well as an audible alert if any of those sensors are within its low or high range. From my previous video, it will discuss those different ranges as well. So when my battery, if I'm on scene, I'm right now using a rechargeable battery pack. Let me go ahead and turn this off. See, I'm going to hold the button. This is powering off. Continue to hold to calibrate. If I continue to hold, if I was your guys' gas monitor tech, then I would continue to hold, and it'd actually be I would be allowed to put it in the calibration mode to set those sensors back to whatever my testing gas is. But as you look on the back, I didn't talk about this. It has a clip that you could clip onto something. In our department, we found in a confined space area, we ended up putting a little carabiner at the end of this because this clip isn't quite 100% reliable. But with the back here, battery pack, I have the back of my charging unit. I could slide that into the slot here all the way up till it clicks, and it'd actually be able to charge. I leave it on the charger until it says it's fully charged. You can tell it's rechargeable battery pack because it has those two gold looking gold plates. Coming with the unit has a screwdriver. Screwdriver actually has two sides to it. You have your Phillips and then you have a hex. On my screw that I'm going to be using uses a hex. So I get my screwdriver there, loosen it up. Be careful not to loosen it too far because you will lose that fastener. So I push up on the black little holder and it lifts up. So this is my rechargeable battery pack. If I'm on scene and I end up going through this, I'm able to use one of our battery packed ones. So it looks the same except for, you see on the back, it doesn't have those pins. That's how you could easily identify it. It will not charge You used to use AA batteries. So I put that in like so, all the way in, and then I screw it down, and then I'm there. I'm able to boot it up just like what we did before. Something also I'd recommend is having a log card. From here, we're able to see when it was last bump test. A bump test is just exposing your gas monitor to gases and make sure that the alarm goes off. We do that every month. And then on the back of my card, I have a calibration log. It says every 180 days, I go through and set that to manufactured recommendations. So that's all I have today. If you have any questions, talk to your gas monitor tech, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.